I'm Sal.
I'm Ben.
I'm Tiffany.
Today we're going to talk about Superman Action Comics number 975 from Dan Jurgens and Doug Mahnke. This is part 2 of Superman Reborn, where we reveal the true identity of Clark Kent. So if you don't want to know who it is for whatever reason, it came out last week, you probably know already, then please skip to this number here, and you will be able to watch the rest of our recommendations for books that are coming out this week on Wednesday. Now that they're gone, it's Mr. Plicknick. Yeah, you know who it is.
Yeah.
It's that guy with no vowels in his name.
Mixel Splitnick?
Yeah, I think it's
Mixel-
Mixya Spitlick.
Mixel Plick.
Mixya Spitlick.
Pixel Mixy.
Whatever they said.
Whatever.
Mahnke!
Kill Tipsy
Can't do
Sim! It's his name backwards.
Well, you're
That's how you
obviously
send him
not
back.
him because you're still here.
Exactly.
He's,
Proof.
He's Ruppeltat.
Yeah, Ruppeltat. Thank you. Very good.
Rumpelstiltskin, and he ripped himself too.
Yeah.
Grabbed himself by the foot.
Just ripped himself in half. What'd you think of Action Comics 975? This is a big special number. They like the blank 75 numbers. They used to anyway.
Okay.
Now it's, whatever.
If I'm going to go first,
Why
and
not?
I'm going to, then I liked half of this book. The second half of this book.
Yeah.
I did not like the beginning story where Superman and Lois were going and trying to figure out what this was.
You mean the actual...
Yeah, the main
actual
story.
I liked The Backup by Paul Dini. That was great. That was actually a good story. The beginning, like everything that was going on between Superman and Lois and Mixie Spitlick was terrible. All the reveals of just like, who am I? Am I this person?
Oh, yeah.
No. Am I this person? I'm like, oh my, just get to the chase already. It wasn't, in my opinion, good storytelling. It was just like drawing out this inevitable, oh, I'm going to tell you. And then when I do, you're going to be like, oh.
Tiffany?
Alright, look, I'm not reading Superman all the time. Like, more recently, yes, because it's like, ooh, fun. My experience with this character comes from the show, from the Superman animated series.
Yeah.
This was not what I'd characterize as, like, something that he would do.
Mm.
And then even the backup, while trying to explain it, I felt like I was like, this doesn't make it better, in my opinion. But again, like, that's just my take on the character. Like, it just wasn't in line with what I thought that character was about.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that obsession was almost more borderline Joker with Batman.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I can see that.
You know, like...
Maybe he's the third Joker then.
You have to leave this couch now.
It's my couch, so I'm staying. According to the internet, and according to, I think, like, everyone within the comic itself, when it turned out to be Mixie, everyone was like, oh, what?
Yeah,
Damn it.
It
Yeah.
doesn't, like, the like, love, like, the device of being like, well, I wiped my memory so I could be...
Yeah.
I'm like, why?
Well, because we didn't know who it was going to be until recently.
Then that's what...
No, I think they did. I think that they didn't know how to introduce him to this universe because, like, the New 52 had no place for Mix's Pitlick. Well, all right, let's get into the writing for this issue. You didn't think it was very good storytelling. What'd you think? Was it a good story?
No.
What'd you think of The Backup by Paul Dini? I know you liked it.
Yes.
I liked parts of it, but, like, it felt like Dini was, like, given this thing, like, this is what's gonna happen. Explain why.
Make it work for us, Dini.
That's what it felt
Yeah.
like. And he was like, okay. Which isn't a critique of him. It's a critique of the circumstance. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and I don't, like, I get it. That's, like, a challenge and stuff like that. But, like, I feel like Dini might have felt the same way I did, where it's like, this is kind of weird for him, and I don't know how to make this work.
Yeah.
And, like, he did his best. I will say Jurgens' Superman, like, actual Superman, was on point.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, everything he did, like, in every, like, instance, like, I loved him throughout.
I loved it. I liked both of them. I had fun reading both these stories. I liked the reveal. I really liked how much nobody liked it. Like, the double page opening when Mix is like, it's me! And he's got this look on his face like, F you! It's me! It was me the whole time!
It was very meta.
Yeah, I loved it. And I was like, yes! And then I immediately went over to the subreddit for comic books and looked at, like, the thread where people were like, I know it's gonna be, Superboy Prime. And then all of them being like, it's not. It's, what? And I'm like, come on, hooray! Mixie's back! We're getting back to basics with Superman. They're like, that's not what I want. And I'm like, I don't care. I think it's fun. And I loved that they did that. I thought the backup by Dini was great. And not only great, I was actually... Because it's a backup, right? And it's by Paul Dini, who doesn't normally write Superman. And he doesn't normally write mainstream Superman or DC Comics in general. The fact that he got not only a great backup, but he also got the chance to tell a story that mattered in continuity.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't just... okay, Mixie's last appearance since the New 52 debut was an American Alien.
Yes.
There's a backup story.
Yeah, there's like a one-page.
A one-page.
And that is creepy and unsettling.
Creepy and unsettling, yeah. I think that that's the new direction for Mixie. I think the idea is that, like, it's an extra-dimensional being that's really creepy and weird, and, like, Landis really nailed it, and I think that that page is in continuity.
That's fine, because I thought of that immediately, but I think it's better handled there. Like, I think that...
Well, that's only because there's only one page.
Right, there's only one page, but I feel like his creepy and unsettling is more about creepy and unsettling for the reader.
Yeah, he wanted to create an Animal Man moment,
right.
Whereas...
He's like, I'm aware of... Which I don't know
He's looking at you, the reader.
Yeah, exactly. And in this, it's like... we find in the backup, is very aware of the circumstances for which his existence is.
Yes.
It's the other stuff where he's just like... No, I'm in love with you and I was going to help you. And, like, that's...
He's not in love with him. He's just that I care about you.
Right.
Yeah, but not in an actual caring sort of way.
No, it's like really...
Well, I'm obsessed with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Really, like,
and that's creepy.
Yeah, I know. I'm not condoning stalkerish behavior.
Right.
But he's a villain. He's a Superman villain.
No, I know. I know he's a Superman.
He's supposed to be creepy and weird.
It's just a really hard turn for me from
the animated series.
The animated series, which is where I see the two of them together. Now, in the Landis one, we had the benefit of it was just him. There was he wasn't interacting with any other characters.
He was only interacting with you.
He was interacting with us, which I was like, that's creepy and weird. When he interacts with Superman, usually, like, for me, I'm like, he's a clown trickster kind of character, but he's also incredibly dangerous. So in a sense, I guess, yes, he is kind of like the Joker. But, like, harping in on this, like, desire to help him.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
that's
here's
fair.
The thing.
Look, I'm not saying that you're wrong.
It's gonna keep going, and maybe we'll find out that, like, his view has been tainted in some way, shape, or form.
I think it's just the fact that he is used to being of his own volition, and having been confined for so long, it made him go crazy. I think this is a crazy Mixie. He's gone insane.
But it's like, why would... And, like, maybe someone knows this. Again, I haven't read many comics with him in it. Why would he think that Superman was going to save him?
Well, because Superman saves everyone. It's a critique on Superman.
No, I understand that, but...
And because he has a rapport. Like, we have a back and forth.
That,
except when we don't. Because the fact is, most people don't want to write for Mixie because he's hard to write for.
I liked the backup only because I think it actually delved into the emotions of Mixie Spitlick a little bit better than what the main story did.
I agree.
Just because in the main story, he is incredibly conniving, he's vengeful, and you only see him as this monster, basically. Which, again, I'd only seen him in the cartoon, like, once or twice, and that is not what that character was.
No.
That's fair. All right, look, as a long-standing comic character, this is completely in keeping for me. So I was like, all right, yeah.
Well, I don't like him.
That's fair.
But the backup does a much better version of actually making an actual statement for what he was doing. Like, I was stuck in this place.
You feel bad for him.
Let me tell you a story about what your dad did and how it affected me.
For me, like, the big reveal was supposed to be who Clark Kent was, and I feel like DC right now is probably suffering from the result of, like, trying to keep a secret for too long, which is not a bad thing. Like,
which they managed to do, by the way.
By the way, amazing, except for you, apparently.
I kept my mouth shut.
But,
but when two people know a secret, it's not a secret.
That's fair.
It's true. But, like, I think, like, again, it could be great, but we had so much time as a comic book reading community to hypothesize as to who it was.
Right.
When a lot of them were a little stronger.
Oh, I see.
So then when it comes out, it's like,
oh. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
it took too long.
Which is not...
It sat on it too long.
Here's the thing. No, because people should be able to keep secrets. It's just, like, I think that might be what's happening for a lot of people out there.
Yes.
It's just like, I had a better idea in my head because I had a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
And now it's this, and it's like, yeah, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whoa. The road went that way.
I thought we were going, no?
Fair enough.
You sure?
Now, can we talk about the art real quick?
Oh, yeah, we should.
Yeah, the backup's better.
Oh, yeah. I like Doug Mankey's art. But I think that, okay, it's a little sketchy for me.
Yeah, it felt really rushed.
Yes. Which it shouldn't have been, because this is the reveal issue.
No, I know. It just had like a kind of... Especially on Lois.
Yeah.
Like, it was just like, gotta get it in.
Yeah. That said, I think it looked good. I didn't think it looked.
Fine.
I didn't think it looked amateurish. I didn't think it looked. I didn't think it looked as rushed.
No.
I think that's just his
You know what it is?
style.
This is, and I've said this before, but you put 2 books in one book. I'm not gonna say about the color.
Okay, good.
No, you put 2 books into one book, and you can't help but compare artists, especially if they're not the same.
Easily.
So the second artist for me, that was a little stronger.
I agree with that.
So immediately this, like, I can't help but, like, pick apart a little bit more because one I felt was better than the other.
Yeah.
I thought the art was definitely stronger in the second one. The nice thing I liked about the first were the shots where you had the different villains.
Okay, yeah.
Clearly they spent a lot of time setting up those
yeah.
panels and those scenes.
Yeah.
And those were the strongest part of the first half.
Yeah, I'll say the only thing, the main image for me that I think of are those reveals and the big double page mixie
That's
reveal.
funny. For me, it's like a Superman moment.
Is it when he's holding Lois and they're flying?
No, it's when... Cause every time I see that, I'm just like, shouldn't she be wearing goggles?
Leave it alone.
Wouldn't her eyes be, like, really...
Superman has an aura that he protects her with.
Yeah, he slowly breathes air out to create a pocket for them or something. I don't freaking know.
No, it's not that moment. It's when they're in the apartment and Clark Kent shows up and, like, surprises Lois.
Yes.
And Superman's there immediately. Like,
Yep.
there's a lot of motion in that, and that's such a Superman move.
Yeah.
I'm here! Get away!
What? Yeah.
I'll punch you. Lightly.
Yeah,
Which
or I'll kill you.
It's gonna be a lot.
Yeah.
Even lightly.
Yeah. Oh, I broke your sternum.
I'm sorry.
So anyway, can we recommend Action Comics number 975? I know it came out last week, but do you recommend this issue?
Yes, tentatively.
You don't have to. I mean, if you think it's bad and don't
This is the
spend
thing.
your money.
I didn't think it was bad. I liked the second half. I did. Because of that, I want people to read the backup. For that reason, I recommend 975. But I was just disappointed in where the overall first half of the story went. Now, it might go someplace better.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm hoping it does.
Yeah, we're getting to part
But
3. So.
Pick it up. I do recommend it because Paul Dini's story was fantastic.
Good.
The end. That is it! No one else gets to talk. I said the end.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? You're getting a lot of book. You're getting a lot of book. You're getting a lot of Mixie. Big Mixie fan, man.
This is your
book.
time.
Like, wow!
Yes, both of you. You're really going to enjoy this issue.
Yeah!
Don't you mean one of them since the other one is you?
Apparently.
I guess I enjoyed it.
Yeah, that other guy.
It's funny, I don't normally like Mixie.
You don't?
No.
Oh.
Huh.
But I liked this reveal, and I'm like, oh, I'm interested to see what happens. Maybe because I haven't read Mixie in a long time. I recommend it. Pick it up. We'll see you guys then. But anyway, let's get into our recommendations, books that are coming out this week on Wednesday, and then we'll wrap up. This week I'm recommending Super Sons number 2, written by Peter J. Tomasi with art by Jorge Jimenez. Holy crap, do I love this series, and I've only read 1 issue of it. Just continues the story of John and Damien. I don't like Damien, but I like the series, which is all you need to know. Go get it.
Alright, so for this week's recommendations, I just want to make a mention about Batwoman number 1. I liked Batwoman Rebirth, so I thought I would definitely go and pick this up. And if you haven't been on board for Batwoman yet, go get the Rebirth. It'll put you right into this. It explains everything you need to know. You just go right in. It's awesome. It's fun. This is written by Marguerite Bennett with James Tynion IV. It's an awesome duo, along with Steve Epting on art. I can't wait for this book. I think it's going to be awesome and fun. Over in Marvel, Monsters Unleashed is coming to a close. Number 5 is coming out. Still written by Cullen Bunn. This week, the art by Adam Kubert. I can't wait to see the big climactic fight drawn by Adam Kubert. I think it's going to be awesome. Kid Kaiju's doing his thing. We got all the members of all the different teams coming together. It's just exciting. It's going to be action-packed. Yeah, monsters, awesome, cool, do it. Then over in Image, God Country number 3 comes out. I have been loving this so far. The story of a gentleman stricken by Alzheimer's. His family has been watching him just go down the rabbit hole of this, suddenly getting his memories back and having to essentially fight gods to keep them. That's cool. That's really cool, right? All happening in Texas. There's a big sword. The sword is a god itself. Death is coming to Texas, they say, this time around. I can't wait. I mean, the stakes, I think, are extremely high for this family, so I think it's really cool. And finally, I feel like I have to apologize for last week's recommendation of Man-Thing. Guys, I thought it was going to be awesome. It really did. It was R.L. Stine. And it wasn't good. It looked good. It was pretty. But it was not good. So I'm sorry if you bought that and you didn't care for it. That's my bad. I'm sorry. How about this? I'll make it up to you. I'll keep reading it and I'll let you know if it gets any better. That'll be my penance. Because that was a mistake.
So So this week I'm going to be recommending 2 books. One of them is DC, one of them is Marvel. The book for DC is going to be Trinity number 7, written by Francis Manapul with art by Clay Mann. I like the fact that this is going to be a prequel story where you're going to see a lot of the characters battling with a lot of different stuff, and I didn't get into Trinity for a while, and now that I'm starting to do that, I think it's kind of a cool story, so I like the fact that you've got Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman just doing their own thing. It's not Justice League, you don't have all these extraneous characters, it's just them. It focuses on them. They're cool, you should do that more. The other book is going to be Venom number 5, written by Mike Costa with art... by Gerard Sandoval.
There you go.
The other book is going to be Venom number 5, written by Mike Costa with art by Gerardo Sandoval. I like the fact that Venom's getting his own story, I like the fact that he's kicking ass, and I like the fact that Spider-Man's going to be in this book, and there's going to be a big fight between them. It's going to be cool. Just check it out. Just read it.
Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Off the Rack, everybody. We'll see you guys next week with another episode. I am Sal.
I'm Ben.
And I'm Tiffany.
Keep on reading.